guys, I'm Nina.
And I'm Randa.
And today we're answering your questions in our
sauna. You guys sent us in your questions on Instagram, so if you're not following us, make sure you're following us so you can be on the next Q&A.
Let's get right into it.
It's getting hot in here.
Usually we go in here naked, but we can't really film like that. If you weren't making videos, what do you think you'd be doing as a career? I'll answer for you. I think Randa would be a lifeguard.
Okay, low-key, lately I've just wanted to become a lifeguard. We just did the triathlon, and that involves a half-mile swim, 17-mile bike ride, and a 4-mile run, and those ocean waves were insane, and we literally could not have done it without those lifeguards. And I didn't realize how much went into being a lifeguard. It's a very prestigious,
strenuous job.
Very hard to get that job.
It's like the firefighters of the sea.
It really is.
Mad respect, and they're cute.
And it actually pays really well, and I was just like, whoa, that would be such a fun job. Just to be on the beach and obviously be, have a lot of purpose and saving people, and you have to be fit. And I was like, that sounds really fun.
What would I do?
Probably something in fitness, like a fitness trainer. That's also something I would like to do as well. And when I say lifeguard, I mean specifically an ocean lifeguard.
How do you guys stay motivated? I've been struggling a lot lately with being motivated. I don't feel depressed, but I just don't want to eat healthy and exercise near as much. Are there any books or something that really helps you to get motivated to exercise?
Okay.
If you want to stay motivated to exercise and eat right, you gotta find exercise that you enjoy. For us, we actually really don't enjoy swimming very much, but we had to obviously train for the triathlon and get in the pool and swim. And so for the first time, Rand and I were this is what people are talking about when they're like, how do you stay motivated to go to the gym? I don't want to go to the gym. I'm like, this is what they're talking about. But then it's you just kind of gotta start and also find a buddy to do it with you. And once you get into the groove and you start, I just feel you have this sense of accomplishment. And you just have to think about that feeling before you go to do the task.
Yeah, for instance, swimming is not my strong suit, but when I swam a mile in the pool for the first time, I was like, whoa, that felt really good. I felt like an accomplishment. I was proud of myself.
Also, the more you do it, the better you get at the exercise, and so it makes you want to do it more. It's life is like a marathon. You can't expect to run a marathon in a day, or you can't expect to do a triathlon in a day. But if you put in the work, you put in the time, you're going to get there eventually. It might take you 3 months, it might take you a year, but you got to be patient. You got to stick with it. And that's with anything in life. That could be your goal, your dream, romance. It goes with anything.
But also incorporating something into your routine, and then it becomes part of your normal. It's I'm going to the gym today.
Oh yeah.
And also knowing before you go into the gym, maybe you're not feeling that great, but once you after you finish a workout, you feel so much better, and to me, that's my motivation.
Think about the result.
Exactly. If I don't want to work out, I'm feeling this sucks. But it's after you feel so good, so you're
I'm so glad I did that.
It's kind of delayed gratification.
And with eating healthy, I would also say, once again, find something you like. If you don't like Brussels sprouts, don't eat Brussels sprouts. If you like broccoli, eat broccoli.
But also give it a chance. Your taste buds adapt within a few weeks, and then you're whoa, actually this tastes really good.
Do you have any advice for hormonal acne? Well, we have a book out called The Clear Skin Diet, all about how we cleared our acne. We had really bad hormonal acne. Isn't it interesting how when you're a teenager, they call it just normal acne, and then when you're an adult, it's hormonal acne. It's just acne.
And there are cultures in the world that literally, through their puberty and through their hormonal years, they do not get acne, because if you have the right food, you're not going to get acne.
These are cultures that are untouched by the Western diets, small islands where they have to eat mainly plants and foods from the ground. We talk about that in our book, but I would say, obviously change your diet. If you want more info on that, link in the description to our book.
Yeah, and we also ran a pilot study, and we had people who had PCOS and the definition of hormonal acne, and they were able to clear their acne as well. So definitely check out our book.
This person said, what are your thoughts on interracial couples? Would you ever date someone who is a different race than you? Absolutely. Have you guys seen Crazy Rich Asians, or that new movie? The guy, he's half Asian, half white.
He's so
sexiest
cute.
Man ever. I'm definitely not just attracted to one race.
Yeah. So it's about the person ultimately and how they treat you.
It's and also you can see the world's hottest guy, and then if he's rude or disrespectful, you're ew,
if you're not attractive.
But if someone's super, super cute, and then they're nice and they're a nice person, like it just makes them that much more attractive. What was it like meeting Justin Bieber? Have you met him since the You Smile music video? It was so much fun meeting Justin Bieber. It was funny because when he introduced himself, he said like, "Hey, I'm Justin," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm not used to hearing that. It's Justin Bieber."
Yeah.
But he was very polite and
very
nice,
normal. It
normal.
was kind of just a very normal moment.
He was really cute, and we have not seen him since.
No.
When you two were kids, what did you both see yourself doing as an adult? Some say lawyer, some say artist. What did you guys want to be? I always said that I wanted to be a dancer or even a rockette. Actually, I remember when I was 7 and we had this school project and everyone was writing what they wanted to be, and I just drew a photo of a mom, and I was like, I just want to be a mom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I said when I was 7.
I never thought about
And then
being
when
a
I
mom.
was 20, I was like, ew, never.
And then you're older now and you're like, kids. I always wanted to be a dancer, I think.
Yeah, we said dancer, just something in entertainment.
But then when I was in middle school, I wanted to be like, I loved the
Ballerina.
show What Not to Wear, and it was like these people who would go around and fix people's closets. And,
Oh my gosh.
And so I always
We do
I
that
really
with acne.
fashion.
We do that with acne though.
Yeah, so it's kind of not that far off.
Yeah. What was the longest time you spent apart? 5 days.
Yeah, 5 days. I went to Colorado
To visit a boy.
Visit a boy
Freaking
without me.
legendary.
I know. I think back and I'm like, wow, I can't believe I just like left for 5 days. But I'm also
So
an
bad.
adult, so it's not that weird. But yeah, and it didn't even feel weird not being with you.
No,
because
we texted all the time.
all the time. I mean, I probably talked to you more than I talked to him.
Really?
I'm totally kidding.
I was like broken up with an ex, like seeing them.
Yeah.
Please give some advice on how to convince the whole family to go vegan. They can't understand any argument and how beneficial the vegan diet is for Brownie.
I would say you're better off not trying to convince someone because they're not, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of being in your face and that's not the best solution. But if you do it in a more like, oh, this is so tasty, and if you do it in a more nonchalant way, I feel like people respond better to that. But definitely have them read certain books like Dr. McDougall, our book, The Clear Skin Diet, and then it's like there's actual evidence and facts that show that this is a healthy way to be and not just I'm shoving my views down your throat type thing.
I would say just cook them a meal, and if they enjoy it, then they'll eat more of it.
And also give people time. Not everyone's going to be like, want to go vegan right away, but you know, they might get used to you and see you as a good example and like, oh, that makes sense.
And if they don't go vegan, then like you shouldn't judge someone for not doing the same thing that you want to do.
As long as there's mutual respect.
Yeah, exactly. Because we don't like it when people tell us like, oh, why do you eat like that?
Can't you just have one bite?
It's like, well, I don't want people to bother me, so I'm not going to bother them. Have you guys ever experienced stretch marks? Any of your advice on still feeling confident with them? I recently discovered that they were on my legs and it made me feel less confident.
Actually, I think stretch marks are mainly genetic.
But I do remember getting like stretch marks a little bit on my butt when I first got out of dance. And
Probably
I was like,
because we just stopped working
what
out.
is that? But they're gone now.
I do think if you work out, if you do cardio and strength training, that the stretch marks could fade.
But then you see someone who's like super slender and she has like, people can still have stretch marks.
Right.
So I would say, honestly, like, who cares? I know that's easier said than done, but it's like one of those things. If you have a zit on your face or you have like a stretch mark on your knee, we have these things in our mind like, oh, I'm not attractive now. Like, no one's going to find me attractive. A guy's going to be like, ew, that's disgusting. When it's not true. Like, the thing that people are going to notice is your attitude about it. Like, if you're insecure, people notice that, and they won't even know what you're insecure about. So I say, like, f*** it. What is your favorite inspirational quote or positive mindset quote? Mine is from Eckhart Tolle. Don't believe everything you think. Love, from Germany.
Honestly, that is a really good quote because 95% of your worries will never be a real worry.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's like a real quote, but to me that's what that means. And I think that's so true. And I think one of my favorite quotes...
It's a real quote now.
One of my favorite quotes is, do your best and forget the rest. You know, put your best foot forward and then don't worry about it.
I think perfection is the enemy of good. If we focus on our videos being so perfect or this song being so perfect, nothing would ever be posted.
Or if you know...
And then it's funny because like there were so many covers back in the day that we were like, no, I don't want to post that. That's not good. And they always ended up being our biggest, most popular covers. And our parents were like, it can't be perfect. Like just post it.
If you're focusing on perfection in your mind of your body, how something should look, you're not actually appreciating what you have, and then you're just being in a negative space and it's not actually getting you anywhere.
I was listening to this book recently, and one of the things that they said is that it's so normal in our society to like hate something about our bodies. Oh, I'll be happy when I lose 5 pounds. I'll be happy when like my hair is longer. I'll be happy when I have a
perfect nose
or a bigger ass. And it's like, why is that so normal in our society? Just because it's normal doesn't mean that it should keep happening. I think instead of focusing so much on the things that we don't like about ourselves, like stretch marks or cellulite, it's like, why can't we focus on the things that we love? Because chances are nobody is even going to notice the things that we don't like.
Well, I can answer that a little bit. Our brain is wired to notice with what's wrong and compare. Like, that's how we are naturally wired. Mm-hmm. From an evolutionary standpoint, but I feel like big corporations monetize off of that. Like, they want to sell you something like, oh, your hair is going to be better, you're going to be thinner if you do this and this and this product. And so it puts people like thinking, okay, if I do that, I'm going to be more attractive. And I think the media showing super thin girls or super Photoshop girls with like perfect skin,
you feel like you're
in our
not
mind of like, oh, that's should be like, this is attainable and this is what I should look like if I'm going to be attractive. So I think a lot of it does have to do with the media and our wiring, but take responsibility and actively think about what you like about yourself, because that's what's going to get you further in life.
If you could try one meal that's not vegan, what would it be?
Honestly, nothing. I love being vegan.
What's the furthest you've ever run? Have you and Nina ever ran a half marathon? The furthest I've ever run is 15 miles. I would love to do a marathon someday. I just want to get Randa on board with me. If somebody else watching this wants to do a marathon, you live in the LA area, let me know in the comments. We could train together. Do you guys ever struggle with self-confidence when taking or posting so many pictures of yourselves online? Are there any aspects of your appearance that you wish you could change?
Okay, so there are a few questions. So
I feel like if I struggle with self-confidence, it has nothing to do with posting photos.
I feel like I don't struggle with posting photos to social media because I think it's fun.
Yeah.
You can take a bunch of photos until you find the one you like, and if there's like 100 ones that you don't like, so what?
Yeah.
And that doesn't bother me.
No. I think I used to deal with like, oh, I want to change this about myself. I don't like this. I don't like that. And for like the first time in my entire life, I'm just like, I don't care. Like, I like myself the way I am. Or like, sometimes like, if it didn't work out with a guy, I'd be like, oh, like maybe if I just had bigger boobs, maybe if I just had this, maybe if I have that. And I'm just like, I just don't care.
I do think when you start going through puberty around like 13, 14, a lot of those thoughts are actually pretty normal to go through when you're at that age. And I definitely struggled with that a lot. And I feel like as I've gotten older, I'm more appreciative of myself. So when I'm in a good headspace, I don't think about the things that I want to change. But when I'm like sick or if I'm feeling down, maybe I'll think about it a bit more, but it's definitely much better as you get older. I can think of stuff I would want to change, but I don't focus on that.
And also, you don't want to point it out to the internet because then they're going to focus on it too when they wouldn't have noticed.
If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a video, and follow us on Instagram to be part of the next Q&A. You guys should definitely check out our triathlon vlog.
Yeah!
And we will see you next video. Bye!